Oh, still going live. All right. What's good this morning? What is good this morning? I got to actually watch Trill Boxing Talk this morning. Excellent conversation, especially towards the end. Let y'all know if y'all can't handle them, bro, leave them alone. If you don't deserve them, you don't deserve them, dog. You don't deserve them. Got to get on your game, dog. You got to get on your game, man. Got to get on your game. Gotta love it. Anthony Lamar, what's going on, man? Drink more water in the building. Thank you to my member. Dre's finest. Salute to you, man, and the mighty LDBC. Jimmy Bernard, what's going on, man? The Brothers UK, Drew Titan, what's happening? Cali Enigma, what's going on? DB, what's good? Big Snack Pack, what's going on, man? Ivan Garcia, my member. Drew Titan, the member. Cali Enigma, the member. What's going on? Bert from Mardikin, Jeff, the producer. Fellow members, what's going on? Outlaw Junior supporting the channel. Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Already said, what it do? It do, it do it. It all do. Look, man, we're going to have a new structure to the show. I'm sick of Black Fight Fan TV showing me up with all his very well organized talking points. So I am going to structure the show. Much love in that super chat, Mr. Already. All right, so I'm gonna structure the show, and this is the new structure for the show. All right, I'm gonna have my talking points. I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about, and at the end, towards the end, for like the last 20 minutes, y'all can ask me whatever you want. If you a troll and you put it in the super chat, I'll answer whatever troll ass questions you want in the super chat. But dog, I ain't spending no more of my time on your deleted bullshit. Okay, I realize that I spend too much time doing it, but like I noticed that you guys are a valuable part. What's going on, B&B Boxing? What's going on, Ron Finkley and my man CJ? You trolls are a valuable part of the community. You really are. Like the little, you know, kind of like the dung beetles. You know what I mean? Like y'all are like dung beetles. I thought about that because 78 talked about how you could look at the Animal Planet, you could look at National Geographics and all that and see, you know, basically how society, what's going on the real Pitbull, Bert from Mardikin, my man, Daniel Mitchell. Yeah, you know, so you know how you can do that, man. So I was like, man, that's right. It's not only how you can deal with, you can catch out on how to deal with women, but dog, you can also see how to deal with trolls, dog. You also see that those trolls and little shits be picking on your back. You know, hey man, they help you. You know what I mean? Them ugly ass birds that be flying on the elephant's back and picking off bugs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Eating the flakes off your skin, off the animal's skin, and doing all kind of shit like that. They got a purpose in this ecosystem too. Many trolls are teenagers or act like them. Yeah, pretty much, man. Top Shelf Mike said back again, but all right. So that's a new structure. Let's talk about Kenny Porter. We'll start off with Kenny Porter. Should try with a timer, man. This is an experimental. This is an experimental structure. So work with me. All right, we're gonna talk about this for like 10 minutes. Kenny Porter says, "Hey, where's Woolbag at? You up in here, Woolbag? You up in here, Woolbag? This one's for you, Woolbag." Because I am going to continue to try to push. The real football said, "Fanan, call me when you can." Yeah, man. I don't know if I don't have your number. You got to email me your number, or I'll try to. I know 78 probably has it, so I can do that. Deion Washington said Ruiz ate his way out of the title. Now he's going to eat up all of Bradley's butter biscuits. All right, oh shit. Let me do that and then get that out of there, man. Okay, will do. Let me delete that. How do I? Man, I can't get it out of there for some reason. Dang, I can't even get rid of it. So it's out there. Damn, I can't even get rid of it. I can't even get rid of that comment. Are you going to the Wilder bout? I'm thinking about it. Probably not, though. Probably not, man. I got kids and I got to do stuff, man. That shit is. And I hear the ticket prices are super crazy. But I'll call you. I got your number now, man. I'll drop you. I'll drop you a call. Hey, thanks, Kirk Jackson. Oh yeah. Hey, delete that yourself. Delete that comment, real Pitbull. You don't want these motherfuckers having your number. Trust me. So anyway, man, let's get to this. Yeah, 1,200 for nosebleeds. What's going on? Sugar Fantastic in the building. What's good, man? And let me give you my daily gong to Toot Robinson. Toot Robinson's out there working, so he might not be in the chat. He got back with me. So that's my salute. That's my gong for Toot Robinson. What's going on, CRB? Chilling. But look, man, we're gonna talk about Kenny Porter now. Then we're gonna move to Wilder, something the World Boxing News put out there about Wilder. Then we're gonna talk about Andy Ruiz and Manny Robles, and then I'm gonna take just the general questions from anybody that want to ask me any type of question. We're gonna do that. I think it's safe to do that now because the sessions that the 78 used to do, which was like ask me anything sections, which he does excellently, is now over on his Patreon page. So I don't feel so guilty about doing it because I refused to do them until I knew, because I didn't want to ever bump heads with something that is clearly 78 Sports TV's thing. But much love, Sugar Fantastic. So let's get to this, man. Woolbag, Kenny Porter says that you guys are smoking mirrors, man. You guys are straight. Woolbag, you're smoking mirrors. He said that he wants to have that Rock Chalk Jayhawk, baby. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. I rock this. My wife got her degree from KU. I was born in Kansas, and my kids were raised in the Kansas City area, so they are big Jayhawk fans. And my son is a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Shit sucks. Like nobody's a Bulls fan, man. You live in Kansas? That's what's up, Mike Williams. Yeah, I got up out of there, dog. I can't do them winters. He said, I bought a hotel room book for Wilder fight, but the tickets are way out of hand. Wilder Fury tickets are sky high. Yeah, man. But hey, that's all right. Kansas swinging stools and fools. You know, man, that's the best. Hey, dude, I rock with KU basketball, man. I that's my favorite. Other than the fight in the Illini, which is not, we don't get the good Chicago players anymore. So, we're not going to have a team. We ain't had a team since the 1980s. Okay. I guess we had one with what's his name on there, but we really haven't had it. But anyway, them boys had to get busy. Look, man. Yeah, sure. Fanon, I live in Oh, you live in Manhattan? Oh, okay. That's what's up. I have a cousin who played with Drew Gooden in Kansas. Okay. Hey, yeah, young Murphy, come, man. Don't you just got to have a son that's balling? Yeah, exactly, man. Ain't been good since Darren Williams. That's right. It is what it is, man. But they ain't got the money to pay for them dudes, man. And now all the one and done stuff, those big schools take up all the good players. But anyway, it is what it is, man. I want to get on this stuff, man. Yeah, exactly. Oh, your son's hooping and boxing. That's what's up. Oh man, my son balled out last night, by the way. Let me give you the little brag on little Fanon, dog. Oh yeah, Frank Thomas and Devin Williams. They also had another little dude, man. Brown, I think his name was at the time. My son balled out last night. Got up about 26. Got up at 26. Points real quick. Busting them threes, going to the hole. Could have had more if he hit his damn free throws, but we working on it, man. He's only 13. Only been playing. Yeah, man, he's balling out. Fanon, if you apply for a credential at Magna Media, you're a business owner in a boxing media outlet and can get approved for that event. No, Jackson, I cannot. They're not going to give me a press pass to that. I tried once, and they turned me down. Kelly Swanson turned me down, said no. So I'm not going to do it again, dog. I'm not asking for that shit again. I'll go to a fight when I pay for the fight. Other than that, man, I ain't. Nah. But the 1,200 to get 1,200 for the fight, for the nosebleeds, That's a little rich for my blood, dude. When I would just assume go see if I can. I'd rather spend $1,200 on a ticket to Alabama and see if I can see meet Deontay Wilder and watch him spar in preparation for the fight. And then I could actually meet the dude, watch him fight. Did she give a reason? Just some blanket thing. I didn't have a problem with it. I already bought my tickets, but basically, like, that that there are no more available, some shit like that. I don't know, but I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with her not giving me a press pass. That's fine. Whatever's clever. I ain't bugging. I have a process by which I could go about doing it, but nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm cool because I met other people at the fight that were like, hey, if you can't get one, just hit me up. I could do it, but nah, I just don't want to. Because honestly, man, for me to do it is a little bit dishonest, slightly dishonest, because I will cover fight and I will talk about the fight, and I have done a bunch of fight press stuff on the lead up to it, but I ain't about to follow around Deontay Wilder with no camera, homie. Like, that is where I and it said, I am coming to the Wilder fight. I may get you a ticket. Oh, hey, man. Hey, let me know. Let me know. The thing is, if I just don't like following people around with a camera, man. That's not me, man. I thought about it, and then when I went there, I was like, if one of these, for now, you can't stick to talking points. You have too many things to talk about. I can't. The shit does not work, and I'm doing it by myself. That's the other thing. I'm doing it by myself. If I was asking blood boxing the questions, blood boxing, I could give my opinion, and blood boxing could give his opinion. But truth be told, man, I really do just like talking to the comment section. I enjoy reading the comment sections and feeling like I'm having a good conversation with you guys. Happy Friday, by the way, man. But yeah, I'll definitely hit you up. I'll definitely call you Real Pitbull for sure. For now, you can't stick to. Okay, I got that, man. Crawford fight Adrian Bronner. Who wins, man? Crawford beats Adrian Bronner, man. But is Crawford going to be? Yeah, I'm gonna leave Crawford alone. Right now. I'm gonna leave Crawford alone. I'm gonna stick with the comment section. The shit don't work, man. It doesn't work for me, man. It doesn't work. Let's get them likes up. We got 255 in the building. Let's get them at least 200 likes. And I'm now asking for my likes because I know it irritates the trolls. I know y'all don't like when you're always begging for likes. You're always begging for super chats. Like, they know what that sounds like to me. You're always fucking the pretty girls. You're always fucking the pretty girls. You're always going to the dance with the girls that I like. You're always getting the money that I want to make. You're always getting the job that I want. God, fuck you. That's what you sound like to me, dog, when you say that shit. That's what you sound like, dog. That's what you sound. That's what you guys sound like, man. You can't criticize somebody for doing a good job, man. That shit makes no sense. Date somebody ugly looking ass. Exactly. Why do people watch your show? I'm so mad. You know what that reminds me of? Dude, true story, because fuck it, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I ain't gonna say the names, but y'all know who it is. Like, Black Fight Fan, man. When Black Fight Fan started Trill Boxing Talk, when he started, like, 78 got suspended for some nonsense, and it didn't have his live stream for like 3 months, right? And 78 had been talking to Black Fight Fan about monetizing his channel. I had also mentioned to Black Fight Fan, man, like, you do a really great job. You should monetize your channel. There's no reason you shouldn't monetize your channel. So Black Fight Fan TV didn't want to monetize his channel. And I'm only saying this because I've heard Black Fight Fan TV say the same story, right? So Black Fight Fan TV monetized his channel, and he started doing live streams, and his fucking live streams are good from the jump. When he's doing them by himself, them shit is good. I was like, damn, this motherfucker really does. The first jump on a live stream, dude was, because he got a mouthpiece on him. So anyway, he was doing his thing, and then 78. What's going on? Avery? It's all good. And so anyway, as soon as Black Fight Fan TV and 78 got together on True Boxing Talk, man, these certain dudes started hating on Black Fight Fan TV so heavy because, man, it made them. I know it made them motherfucking bowels loose as fuck the first time they saw 800 people in there. Them bowels got loose. Them motherfuckers got the diarrhea. They got the diarrhea of the mouth. The motherfuckers started throwing fits. Niggas jumped up out the LDBC. All kind of shit because, damn. Why did Black Fight Fan get to have 78 on his show? Motherfucker, because 78 respects Black Fight Fan, and Black Fight Fan does a good job. And fuck you. I'm sitting there like, cause dude, and I never got it because I asked 78 after Black Fight Fan had already asked him. I was like, hey, 78, you know, if you don't have your show, you know, you could do your show on my channel until it's time. And 78 was like, nah, I've already, I appreciate the offer, but I'm already doing it with Black Fight Fan. And I could have been like, oh, see, that goes into that alpha male shit that they were talking about. Me, I'm going to have my 250 to 400 people, wherever it goes, on my show, and it just is what it is. What my shit is what my shit is. But these and it is what I deserve. You know what I mean? If there ain't 800 people in here, guess what? That's because 800 motherfuckers don't want to listen to me. And guess what, dog? They say General Scroll says, stop begging for super chats. Thank you, man. And that's what these motherfuckers don't get. And this is on Manny Robles too. See, this is a good segue into Manny Robles. Because I did do a video about this. Shameless plug. I got my videos coming out at 1:15, 3:15, 5:15, and 8:15 daily. Just so you know, if you do not get a notification, because you're not going to get a notification for the 8:15 one, you're not going to get a notification for the 5:15 one. You're going to get a notification more than likely for the 1:15 and the 3:15, but for the next two, I'm out of notifications. So in order for you to see those videos, you got to actually go to the channel and keep an eye out for it. So just know that's my release schedule. 1:15, 3:15, 5:15, and 8:15. And I don't do, I do it every 2 hours. I've already done the videos, so they're already up. Like I'm looking at them process right now. So I do them in the morning, then I upload them then I do my show and I upload them in the evening on a regular schedule. Okay, so y'all will see that. But I was talking about one of the videos that is going to be up later today. It's probably going to be the one that's out at 8:15. What about Kenny Porter, man? Yeah, Mr. Already. I'll get to that in 1 second. Oh, you gave me the super chat, so let me do that right now. Yeah, Kenny Porter said that he thinks Bob Arum and Terrence Crawford and them are smoke. They full of smoke. They just don't want the fight, man. They don't want the fight. Bob Arum said that they would call. He ain't heard nothing from them, and Sean Porter, they reiterated that they would take that fight next. They say they do not have a specific fight planned, but they think it's going to be in the next 3 or 4 months, and it's going to be against the top 10 guy in the WBC because they want to stay in line in the WBC to get the rematch with Errol Spence. That's what they really want. They really want a rematch with Errol Spence, and they said, but they would take Terrence Crawford next. And hey, man, they understand what Bud's saying that they want to fight somebody with a championship. But hey, it's like, look, what about pride? It's like if I was in the situation, I want to fight you without a belt because that would add to my name. That would add to my credibility. That would build my name. That's what Kenny Porter says. So again, I'm just going to continue to put it out here again and again and again. Dude, will you fight Terrence? Will you fight Sean Porter? Okay, I'll be polite, Terrence. I'll be polite. Will you pretty please? Pretty please? Because Bud need to be treated special and made it feel like, he needs to make it feel like you ain't forcing him to do anything. All right, will you pretty please do me this one big favor? I'll never ask again. Will you fucking fight Sean Porter, please? The man's got your name in his mouth again, homie, but you're not trying to do it. Ron Finkley say pocket watcher always. You know that, man. But I don't think it's the pocket, man. I don't think it's the pocket. I think it's the shine. I think it's just the general sense of happiness and the fact that ain't nobody trying to hear you, man. Come on, man. And but for real, man, them cats, they say pretty, exact, man. Pretty please with sugar on top. Oh, please, will you? You're the greatest, bud. You're the greatest. You can beat them. You can beat them, bud. I said B&B Boxing and Barbecue says, stop for now. You're going to wake up the bud protectors. I'm trying to wake them up. Wake up. Man, I'm rocking gongs. Man, but see, the Bud ain't got no protectors, man. Bud ain't got no protectors. They're just a bunch of people that want to find, like, there's an industry in disagreeing with the LDBC. There's an industry. That's what I'm telling you. Just like when 78 Sports TV said, hey, look, man, if you want to know how to deal with a woman and a relationship between a man and a woman, or a relationship between men and other men, look at nature. You don't need all that other stuff. Hey, man, it's true. That's very, very true, man, because we're part of nature. We're part of nature. And so things that exist with us exist in the other part of the natural world. Makes complete sense. Excellent, excellent observation. And one of the things that you have in the natural world is vultures. Vultures and other carrion eaters. You have catfish, bottom feeders. You know what I mean? So like when something dies, when a fish dies or some other fish on the top kills the fish, then the fish, it falls to the bottom, and then there you get that big lip catfish just eating all that shit up. You know what I mean? So you wind up making videos or having discussions, and you don't agree with somebody, or your moderators throw somebody out because they're a troll. Then here come the bottom feeders. Oh, look, another one fell off. Oh, look, the lion killed the gazelle. Them motherfuckers get up off that bitch. Ooh, I'm gonna be right there as soon as they move, because I can't get shit else, but I'll take this. Exactly. Savage facts, scavengers, parasites. That's part of the natural world too. And the question is, are you a parasite? Ask yourself, are you an opportunist? Is a polite way, because a lion will scavenge if given the opportunity. You know what I mean? If given the opportunity, it will. If it sees like a hyena killed something, that lion will go over there and attack that hyena and get the fuck up out of here, man. This is my shit. I'm taking my shit. They'll do it too. Muhammad Atam, that's crazy how much Bud changed. Back in the amateurs, he was all about beating everybody's ass. He whooped Mikey Garcia, beat Danny Garcia, and didn't duck. Nowadays, what changed, Bud? What changed? Yeah, but he can't. I mean, in the amateurs, you can't duck in the amateurs. They set up that tournament structure. There ain't no ducking. You can't be like, no, I refuse. Oh, you refuse to fight? Oh, Tommy Hearns, you refuse to fight Aaron Pryor? Well, your ass will just be the fuck gone, and we'll bring somebody else in there to fight and go to the Olympics. You ain't got no choice but to duck. Guess what? He also lost to Danny Garcia in the amateurs. He beat Danny Garcia in the amateurs, but he lost to him too. He lost to Yordanis Ugas in the amateurs as well. And he also lost to somebody in, I believe, the national championships. It was definitely a national meet, or it might have been for the Olympic trials. He lost in the Olympic trials. He didn't go to the Olympics. So Bud, when put under situations where he could not duck anybody, has lost. Terrence Crawford versus a Hamburglar next on ESPN. Yeah, I would suspect that that's coming around, dog. But see, the thing too is his next opponent popped dirty already. Did you hear that? Al Heyman never said Bud needs to up his profile before fighting Spence. No, he didn't, and I never said he did. I never said that, El Monco Blanco 66. I never said he did. Why are you telling me that? I never said that. I never said that. Are you one of these people that don't listen, that read the titles of videos and don't read? Or are you somebody that looked at a picture Terrence Crawford next to Al Heyman and didn't note that I said PBC executive in the title. And then in the video, I was very clear that I was paraphrasing something that Tim Smith said. See, when you don't do your homework, you run off and say a lot of stupid shit. Okay? Now, damn, what did I say? I never said you did, only that Heyman said it. What? No, he never. Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't read your shit, but no, Al Heyman didn't say that. There's no proof in Al Heyman saying that. So my apologies. My apologies. No, you didn't say it. You said Al Heyman said it. Al Heyman didn't say that. Tim did. So forgive me. Apologies. I hope you accept my apologies. El Mundo Blanco 66. I got that wrong. My apology. Let me apologize to you 2 times. My apologies. My apologies. So I was what you call loud and wrong. I was loud and wrong, El Mondo Blanco. Sorry about that. Muhammad Adam said, but I forgot I lost my train of thought. Yeah, but Al Heyman never said it. He said, oops. yeah. It's what I was a little quick on the trigger on that one. Sorry. But damn, I lost my train of thought being loud and wrong. In the process of being loud and wrong, I forgot my train of thought, man. Dang, I forgot my train of thought, man. No, Buddy Lee. I didn't say that he said it. I'm telling you, I was wrong in how I read El Mano Blanco 66 tech. Because I thought he wrote, because I read it too fast. He turned around and said he said that Al Heyman said it. Right? I thought he said Al Heyman didn't say it. And therefore, I just went from there off into a whole nother. I just went to way off left field with shit. It was like, oh, you must have saw the video I did about that. I just got real self-centered and said something wrong. So no, Al Heyman didn't say it. That is a fact. I never said he did say it. But oh yeah. Thank you, Ronald Finkley. Thank you. Oh yeah, it is Alexander Bruce Putin. Pop Dirty. Dog, I bet you $100 to a donut. $100 against a donut that Alexander Bruce Putin was going to be on that list of Terrence Crawford to fight. But he popped dirty. And I told cats, yeah, you checked it. You checked in on him. Yeah, if that's what you mean, I screwed him over. I did screw him over. Dan Staley, much love in that super chat. Said, salute for 9. A fight with Porter will only open the door for a big payday for Bud. He doesn't want to smoke. No, he doesn't think he's gonna win. He just doesn't think he's gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna say he doesn't think he's gonna win, but he knows he can lose. If there is a fight at welterweight it's one of the most likely L's for Terrence Crawford that there is. Okay? It's just as likely that Sean Porter will beat him as Errol Spence Jr. beat him. Because Sean Porter showed that he's not far off from Errol Spence Jr. definitely not in his toughness and in his skill set. He showed that he's a good match for Errol Spence. He's shown he's a good match for Danny Garcia, that he could beat Danny Garcia. Right now, he'll beat Keith Thurman. He's shown that he's a good match for Kell Brook when Kell Brook was undefeated and perfectly good. He proved it. Dude, he proved it. None of these other guys that he's fought have proved it. Okay? Amir Khan proved the exact opposite, in fact. He proved the opposite. And David Benavidez hadn't proved it. I'll excuse Jeff Horn because it was for a belt. Well, I mean, I guess it's mighty haughty of me to say I'll excuse it, but I understand Jeff Horn because that was for the belt. Mixed Man said, I think Ugas will be competition for Crawford. Yeah, he could beat him. He might beat him. Ugas, but he's not going to fight. He's not even, man, you can't even get him to say Ugas. You can't get him to say Ugas, okay? But Porter fought Ugas. Porter fought Spence. Porter fought everybody. Why can everybody else fight Sean Porter, but Bud Crawford cannot? He said, big ups, man. I'm in the chat. What's going on? Ain't nothing much, chilling, by the way, man. I did handle that yesterday. I hope you saw that. Hyphy. I did handle it. I was quiet about it, how I handled it yesterday, but I did handle it, and you will no longer see blue. Okay, just to let you guys know that there is you know, if you don't like me, man, just don't come around. Okay, you got a bunch of shit out there saying crazy shit about me and other people, just don't come around, dog. Okay, because it's a team effort. It's a team effort. Okay. Arrow fought Porter fight. If he fought Porter like he did Mikey, that'll look different. I don't think so. Man, I appreciate that. I don't think so, man. I think that this is a different fighter. What's crazy, young Merv the Cut, man? But I'm just telling you, man. If you guys look, man, I'm not this type. I'm gonna tell you the type. Facts. I don't lie. I don't do YouTube beefs when I'm actually be at the fights. Peace for now. That's what's up, man. Peace to you, Hyphy. Look, man, I'm just telling you how it is. If I'm not the type of person that has friends that you're not going to like insult friends of mine and I'm going to go out and have coffee with you. You know, it's just not, it's not that type. I'm not that type of dude. I will pick a fucking side. Okay. Because I don't want the fucking tension. So look, man, nah. I'm just going to holler at you. Okay. Holler at you later, man. When I see you, I see you. But it's just, I'm not that type of dude. Bud is acting real privileged, just like his promoter. You got to earn it. Nothing is given. Nah, man. But, you know, Top Rank, in my opinion, is more like they're from the mindset of Bob Arum. I think, and here I'm going to say this without insulting Bob Arum in any way. When you have a role, yeah, Kell Brook versus Crawford would make sense, but he's not going to do it because you asked him to. Don't be going around asking Bud to fight nobody. Okay, Bud ain't got to do shit that you ask him to do, and he's more than willing to cut off his nose to spite you. Okay, I ain't got to breathe out this nose. Yak, cut that shit right off. Maceo said Arrow had to fight Porter's fight. He can't outbox Porter. I mean, he might have been able to outbox Porter, but what he said was he was going to go knock Porter out. He said in the fight against Mikey Garcia, he's going back to wrecking fools. He said he shows that he wanted to box, but he wanted to wreck fools. But like I said, Bud, yeah, you ain't got to, I don't have to, hey, Bud, you know you need your nose. It's like his mouth is telling him, hey, you need your nose to breathe. No, I don't. I got a mouth. You can do all the breathing. Yeah. Let's cut his shit right off, man. Who do I have beef with? Nobody at the moment. I don't have any beef with anybody. Who do I have beef with? Man, I got beef with this. I got beef with this IRS. I got to keep paying. All right. I'm sick of paying y'all money. I got beef with them fucking student loans. Still got a couple left I got to get rid of. Pissed at that. Because I was too lazy just to pay the shit off early. So I'm pissed at that. Everybody else I'm pretty cool with, man. Everybody else I'm pretty cool with. I ain't got a beef with Steve Kim. I like Steve Kim. Steve Kim is a vehicle. He is a vehicle and a very great, he provides a great service. Okay. He provides Dan Rayfield they provide a great service. They allow you to see how the mechanics of white supremacy are alive and well in every aspect of human activity, including boxing writers. Okay, that's my opinion, strictly my opinion. But you see it. They're so consistent and they do it so often that you can easily point out, like, you don't think this exists in boxing? Read this. You don't think that this exists in boxing? Oh, read that. Man, everybody should let you know, like, I really wish I really wish one thing. I really wish that the people that want to call you the N-word, want to say those things, I really wish they would just say them. Just say them. So everybody knows what it is you're thinking. Everybody knows it. So because there's no doubt about it. But see, when they use these words like you're biased, you're pushing a narrative, you're biased, you're pushing a narrative, you're a racist, and they start doing that. See, they're playing tricks. They're hiding. They're hiding behind a smoke screen of politeness. No, dude. Blow that fucking smoke screen away and just let people know what you think, because then you can deal with the problem. Because you know what's going on. You know what's behind it. But, see, and they provide cover for a lot of it. Like Steve Kim provides cover for a lot of that. Because people say, oh, but he's a Korean immigrant. He can't think that way. So a whole lot of immigrants that think that way. Whole lot of immigrants that think that way. A lot of them. Okay? Hundreds of thousands, if not millions and millions of immigrants think that way. Okay? This country was founded on immigrants that thought that way. So cut me a fucking break on, oh, he's Korean. So what? Lowest common denominator. Oh, that's not what he meant. No. He didn't create that. Dougie Fisher created. No. That's how he used it. You didn't create the word nigga either. Okay? Somebody else created it. How do you use it? Okay? You didn't use urban. Oh, you're urban. Oh, he's acting so urban. Means the same thing. Means the same thing. Just, that's why I'm saying, no, I ain't got any beef with them. I like that they do that because it gives me an opportunity to say right there, see, and it's easy. One guy, Mike, this certain other dude, blocked me off his Twitter because I went back and looked at shit he said. He was like, oh, no, we got to block you off this. You ain't doing this to me again. Oh, I can do it to you again, huh, homeboy. I can do it to you again, okay? I have the video downloaded when you made fun of light-skinned black men sleeping with a dark-skinned black man's wife. I have the video when you and your brother did that shit. I downloaded the video, homie. You can't even take that shit off a site because I got it on a file right there. I know what you do, man. I know what kind of cat you are. I know what you're doing. I've been listening to you since you guys were leaving comments on East Side Boxing and Max Boxing. Been there. Listen, read all your in the comments thread on Max Boxing. You know what kind of people you guys are. You ain't fooling nobody. You ain't even fooling the people that allow it. And the people that allow you to do it, that says something about them too. Kind of like Oscar De La Hoya and them guys never ever saying, you know what? Hey, this guy didn't work for us. But what he said about Al Heyman being a black Hitler and using the N-word, that was wrong. We hate that was associated with Golden Boy. Look, the guy's never going to work for us again. There you go. That's all he had to do. But Oscar wouldn't do that. So since you didn't do it, I have to put what he said on you. Because he was in a conversation with somebody that works for you. He had written articles, even though it might be one or two. He did do that with you. And you did not go out of your way to refute that. That shit's on you. Kind of like this, like, what's his name? What's going on, Legendary Topcast? Kind of like this Andy Ruiz thing with Manny Robles, right? Manny Robles want to put it off on Al Heyman. I wouldn't doubt that somebody, I got a video, shameless plug. I got a video coming up about it today. Make sure you check it out. And I go into it in more depth. What's going on, Jimmy Stroke? Did you just want me to say the name Jimmy Stroke? Oh, you succeeded. The context in which they use the phrases. Look, man, here to this. Look, think, for example, about Manny Robles and Andy Ruiz, where I got to shave. Shit, I didn't realize I didn't shave. And how Manny Robles says, oh, Andy Ruiz was forced to let me go by the PBC and Al Heyman. Okay. He might not have said that exactly. I'm paraphrasing it. That is my understanding of what was said. Okay. If he didn't actually say that, forgive me and just go along with the example for a second. Okay. Now, who's to blame for that? If it's true, assume that that's true, that Al Heyman said, walked up to Andy Ruiz, said, hey, man, look, I want you to fire Manny Robles, okay? Or I advise you to fire, said Jimmy Show said, nah, that's my name. Hey, that's a convenient ass name. What's your name? What's your name? My name is Stroke, baby. That's my name and that's my game. I stroke, baby. Anyway, man, shut up, Alan Williams. You don't know shit. And then first, but he turned down 10 to 12 million to fight Canelo. You're lying. First of all, you don't know that's true because nobody said it was 10 to 12 million. Oscar De La Hoya didn't say I add 10 to 12 million. That's you guys exaggerating. But let me get back to this, man. Let me get back to this. Who's the guy that fired Manny Robles? Did Al Heyman walk up to Andy Ruiz and say, hey, and Robles and say, hey, you're fired for being Andy Ruiz's trainer? No, it's Andy Ruiz fired him. Andy Ruiz fired him. The only person you should be blaming for firing you is Andy Ruiz, because it was Andy Ruiz's decision. It doesn't even matter. If you allow it, then you are part of the problem. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But if you were the guy that the buck stops with you, it's your decision. He could have told Al Heyman, no. If he works for me, that's going to be my trainer. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I trust Manny Robles. It was my fault that I got fat and out of shape and lost that fight. That is not Manny Robles' problem. I refuse to do it. What is Al Heyman going to do? Call the police and put him in jail for not firing him? What's he going to do? Nothing. He's not going to do anything except for maybe say, maybe I don't want you to fight on this fight card. Maybe I'll start losing interest and maybe maybe I'll let me and your contract run out and I won't do business with you. Andy Ruiz could have said that. And be like, well, okay, so he could have decided to keep him. The situation is, any way you cut it, that Andy Ruiz, whether he had outside pressure or not, decided to let Manny Robles go. So what the fuck you putting the shit on Al Heyman for? That's crazy. I mean, that shit is just, you're absolving the person who has ultimate responsibility of their responsibility. And you're making excuses. You're just putting the shit off on Al Heyman. Trying to attack. So what if he said that maybe he should? I'm sure that there are trainers that can walk up to Andy Ruiz and say, hey, I could do better than Manny Robles can do. Why don't you fire him and hire me? It's still Andy Ruiz, and Andy Ruiz say, hey, you fired, I'm bringing in this other guy. What are you gonna say? Well, it's not Andy Ruiz that fired me. It was the other trainer that asked for my job. He's the one. Nah, dog. Andy Ruiz fired you, man. Did he work for you? Did you work for him? Yes. Did he tell you that you no longer work for him? Yes. Well, he fired you. Stop trying to pass the buck, dog. That shit's on you. Okay? That's on you. My family boxes, I guarantee you that was the offer. You can't guarantee me shit. You can't guarantee me shit because your family boxes. It's a whole bunch of people on here who box themselves. Family boxes. I have members of my family that box. How can I guarantee you it was 10 to 12? If you guarantee me, you should be able to tell me exactly how much it was. Michael Johnson, Boxing Talking More, said Heyman walked up to Ruiz and smacked the food out of his mouth and told Ruiz to fire him. And if that was the case, it would still be on Andy Ruiz Oh, Al Heyman, a 60-year-old man, slapped me in my mouth. A 60-year-old man that probably, from what I'm looking at him, standing next to Floyd, looks like he might be 6'1", 180 pounds. Yeah, the 6'1", 180-pound guy that does not fight slapped me in my mouth and made me fire you. Yeah, sure. Said B&B said Al Heyman doesn't have a history of telling people who to train with. I can't say that's true because I know of a circumstance where the PBC did talk to somebody about them wanting him to train with another trainer. I know of that happening. I'm not saying that is completely out of source because I know that has happened. And I can't say that I know there was Al Heyman that said that, but I know that's not something that's unusual. How do you think with Top Rank that Freddie Roach gets so many of those Top Rank would get so many Top Rank fighters? You think that's Bob Arum saying, hey, we got a lot of our guys training with Freddie Roach at Wildcard Gyms. Manny Pacquiao's there. This guy's there. That guy. Hey, go train there. Why do you think Floyd Mayweather Jr. has fighters signed that are fighting with trainers that you can see working out in Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s gym? I mean, that's not anything that I haven't heard of before. But my thing is, they have the ability to say no. I'm not changing my trainer. Because the situation that I know of, that's what happened. The guy said no. That's what they like. Oh, they want me to no. And then he said no. Sorry, I can't do that. And they were like, okay. And then now outside of that circumstances, you always have a choice. If they asked him to get a new trainer, Andy Ruiz had a choice, yes or no. And if you say no, you got to deal with the ramifications of your decision. If the ramifications of his decision was that Al Heyman is not going to put him in fights anymore, then hey, that's a ramification. He's still making the decision, whether he got pressured or not. But as it relates to him, you got to put it on him. Look, example. Bud's too special. His fists are too glorious. Oh, yeah, to fight. Exactly. So look, man, he should have never went to Robert Garcia. Who was that? Teddy has a high IQ, I guess, compared to Andy Ruiz being a heavyweight. Man, Teddy, man, I ain't never heard of nobody from the PBC getting forced to go to a trainer, to go to Teddy Atlas, who was shitting on PBC fighters. I mean, what? Truth be spoken, Teddy Atlas was shit on a lot of people. But if he went to like Ronnie Shields, then I would be like, oh, okay. If he went to Ronnie Shields, because Ronnie Shields out of Houston is somebody that's fairly well known to have a good personal relationship with Al Heyman. Okay, Ronnie Shields. If you went to Derek James, I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe somebody had him work with Derek James because Derek James successfully works with two PBC champions, right? Maybe that. But Teddy Atlas, if he goes to Teddy Atlas, I agree with Black Fight Fan on that, man. He just wants a Hollywood trainer, man. He wants a Hollywood trainer. But I'm telling you, man, I don't believe it. I think it is a life lesson people should learn. Put the blame where the shit comes from. Okay? If the shit came from there, it came from there. Okay? Now you can understand that there's other pressures around them, and you might think, I understand why he made that decision because he had pressure to make that decision, but he still made that decision. So it is what it is. Bud, wear your belt or give it up. Hey, man, he can just keep that belt. Bud can keep that WBO belt, dude. 100%. He can keep that belt. Teddy Atlas just got Cecilia Brækhus. Teddy Atlas is training Cecilia Brækhus for some reason. Bud signed, big mistake. Bob is a joke. Now, Bob's serious business, man. Bob know what he's doing, but Bob ain't trying to lose money. Bob Arum's got $300 million, is worth $300 million. He ain't, and he's probably personally counted every penny. That's $1. That's $2. He probably counted up to one. Where is the dollar? Oh, it's in the bank. No. I need to see the dollar. I see dollar, serial number. Next dollar, please. Dollar, serial. Okay, this is getting a little old. Give me hundreds. 100, serial number, slot in bank vault. You know, that type of shit with his money. Bob ain't playing with his money. Yeah, dude, Bob Arum is googly rich, which is what the idea that Bob Arum works for Terrence Crawford is such a joke. Okay? It is a joke. It's a joke. You're telling me the guy that made $300 million and writes your checks works for you. What? Are you? How does this employment shit work? Can you fire Bob Arum? Can you just say, can you just tell Bob Arum to make anything? Get the fuck out of here, man. You don't know. You work for him or you work together. But if you work together in a partnership and he's got to want to do with what you want to do. That's how 50-50 partnerships work. You need a 51% 49 partnership. Can anybody tell me the difference between a 50-50 partnership and a 51-49 partnership? The ramifications of it being 50-50. $51, hey, dude, 51, that's all you need. Let me get to it. 51 is all you need to be in total control. 51 is, if for 51, a 51-49 split, you might as well you run that shit. Because your say so, it's your opinion that matters. Well, let's vote. Me and you. You get 50, I get 50, there's 100 votes, I get 51 votes, you get 49 votes. I win every time. I might as well own 99% if you talk about the vote and what's going to happen, because everything I say is going to go down and nothing that you say that I disagree with is going down. No, watch this. Thugger, 50-50 is this. 50-50 means you can't do shit without my approval. 50-50 means you can't do shit without my approval. That's how I look at it, especially if I'm Bob Arum, because Bob Arum's got 30, 40 other fighters. He's got 30 or 40 other fighters. So if it's a 50-50 between me and you can't do shit unless I say so. And I got all these other people that I can do and make my money off of. Exactly, Stanley Fields. 50-50 requires both, which means what? Practically speaking, you can't do anything if Bob tells you no. If Bob says no, you can't do it. And guess what? Even if it was, but Terrence Crawford can say no too. Terrence Crawford can always refuse to get into a boxing ring. And then Bob just doesn't pay him. But that ain't cutting Bob's money, because Bob can find somebody else to fight in Terrence Crawford's spot for the same fight. But Terrence Crawford cannot take another fight if Bob says no. That means Bob runs Crawford. That's the practical implication of the arrangement of a promoter and a boxer. Especially if your contract lasts until the guy that owns you, that your 50-50 partner, and it runs until he dies. which beyond when he dies, which means he can literally will the ownership of your ass to his son. Come on, man. That's how that works. That's how that works. Bud works for Bob, okay? If I had to say who works for her, for who works for who, Bud, you work for Bob. Because you cannot fight without him. You cannot fight without him. And he can stop you from any fight he doesn't want you to have. You cannot make him make you give you any particular fight. And he can go on and promote other fighters with nothing to do with you. Now, if you had a mutually exclusive contract, I mean, if you had a contract where it was mutually exclusive or mutual exclusivity, and you said, I cannot fight for any other promoter and you cannot promote any other fighter, then you have a 50-50 deal. Then you have a partnership. Because you cannot fight unless I say so, and you cannot promote unless I say so. So this whole myth of him working. Now, in a situation with Canelo Alvarez, on the other hand, it could be argued that shit weighs differently. Because the only real major fighter that Oscar De La Hoya promotes there isn't any other one. It's just Canelo. So since Canelo is 90% of his business, it becomes this. Canelo, will you fight this guy? No, I will not. What is Golden Boy going to do? Go make another fight? No, because they don't have another fighter to do that. Bob Arum does not have all his eggs in a Terrence Crawford basket. In fact, he has made sure that Terrence Crawford is not too much of his portfolio. He has invested. You know what it is? Somebody out there trades stocks. What you call that? Diversity in your portfolio? Isn't that is? Don't you need to diversify your portfolio? I think that's the phrases that they use. I'm not a big finance guy, but I do believe that that's what they say. Oh, Munguia, Ryan, etc. Go, boy, yeah. I mean, yeah, Munguia. He's got Munguia and Ryan Garcia, who he had to sign to give a bunch of money because Canelo told him to. Oscar, sign this dude. So you got to, but like Al Heyman, portfolio is very, very, very diversified. Okay, we've got Manny Pacquiao, we got Errol Spence, we've got Deontay Wilder, we've got Gervonta Davis. We even have the possibility of bringing out Manny Pacquiao. We got the possibility of bringing out Floyd Mayweather out of retirement. We've got Gary Russell Jr. We've got the entire 154-pound division. We've got Danny Garcia. We've got Sean Porter. It's diversified, man. He can, and that's why I'm saying him putting too much weight on one particular dude doesn't make sense. That he would do that because he's got so much leeway. But Al Heyman does not work for any of those dudes. They can't make that dude do anything because this shit's so. At a point in time, it could be said that he worked for Floyd Mayweather Jr. because that was damn near the whole kit and caboodle before they wound up snatching all of Golden Boy, all of Golden Boy. It's that boxing diversification. I mean, that's how it goes. It's like with this channel. I'm trying to diversify. I'm trying to. So you have the channel. I have my Patreon channel, and I've got my YouTube channel, and I'm treating them like they're two separate things. But hey, as far as my influence on boxing goes and conversations that I have with boxing, until I can build that up, hey man, it's YouTube. And who works for who in this scenario, in this part of my life? But I've got my job too. So that's, my income is diversified, right? I have that. I have what I'm trying to do for retirement, which is build a boxing thing, right? Because I love boxing. I love boxing much more than writing contracts. Much more than it. But you get my point. But in the relationship with YouTube, who works for who? Yes, I'm putting out the content, but YouTube is $1 trillion company, I do believe. And people are putting up boxing channels every day. I don't have that much leverage with them. You know what I mean? So if they want to say tomorrow, hey, bye-bye, it'll be what it's just going to be what it is. And see, that's the same thing with Terrence Crawford and so Fanon, your portfolio is diverse. Great job. I mean, great idea. Thanks, man. I'm trying. Hey, will y'all join the Patreon and diversify with me? Join the Patreon. KQKC. We'll bust KQKC. KQKC been telling me he's going to join my Patreon for like 3 years now. Watching you, man. That's my dude, though. Subscribe to KQKC Boxing. All Al boxers are doing well. Look, man, look what happened to Guillermo Rigondeaux. If Bob works for you getting that PBC check? No. From who? Where is it? Somebody tell them motherfuckers to deliver because the shit ain't hitting my bank. He said, Dante said, for now, you good. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Where's my check? Where's my check? I've never seen it. I'd love to get it. Hey, give me one. Okay. WBC, give me one. Give me a check. We can make some shit hot. Okay. Give me a check and see. I have a whole nother personality talking all this shit. And I'll be out here like, nah, I'd have to be able to sell it. It ain't worth that. I'd have to be able to sell it. But let Al Heyman give me one of them Errol Spence Jr. checks. I'll shave. I'll buy a studio. I'll do it. Let me get a little of that. Let me get a little of that PBC money. Let the Zone send some money. The Zone be wanting to give people money. $500 a month. The fuck? You what? $500 a month? That's what they offer. Because you know they rip $500 a month. You really think for $500 a month, I'm going to say shit that I don't want to say? You are out your fucking mind. I had a dude come by and try to be slick. How much money do you make on your YouTube page? I'm trying to start a channel. I'm like, really, how much money do I make on my YouTube page? You think I'm going to answer that fucking question for you? Why are you asking? Gonna come with a let me put it in zone. You want me to put it in zone? Can we just skip to the chase? You want me to put a little DAZN glove with the zone in the back, and you don't want me to say anything bad about Eddie Hearn and make 2 or 3 videos about Liam, and lay off AJ for $500? For $500? Fuck you. Okay. Now, you talking about no, not even $5,000 a month. It wouldn't be worth it for $5,000 a month. What would it cost? Not even $5,000. Nah, dog. They offer me $50,000 a month in a year-long contract. I'm selling all you niggas down the river. I already told you. Hey, I'm believing telling the truth. $50K a month? I'm selling y'all motherfuckers down the band, please. I'll be in the comment section with a new name. Y'all never knew it was me. I'll be super chatting. I'll be talking shit on this one and super chatting on the LDBC. Be like, damn, who is this motherfucker keep dropping this money on the LDBC? It would be the 600,000. This is coming from the 600,000 that I got shutting my mouth. Hell yeah, you kidding me? I'll be a mouthpiece like a motherfucker for $600,000. What? Kidding me? What you think? That's what Tim Bradley said. I just hope Tim Bradley is getting that. Tim Bradley getting that. That's why he's out there. Hey, all you PBC guys are scared. Yeah, They gave that money, huh? And then that's my job to tell you why he's doing that. Tim Bradley don't believe that shit. That shit ain't even logical. It ain't even logical, man. Tim Bradley, he don't believe that. He's getting paid to say it. But see, but so is Andre Ward. But Andre Ward, Andre Ward, here's the thing, man. Here, all right, I'm gonna get on this. I know somebody ain't gonna like it. I know y'all ain't gonna like it. Some of y'all ain't gonna like it. Okay. The only thing that bothered me about Andre Ward, and this is for somebody that grew up in the church. Okay. I grew up in the church. And when I mean I grew up in the church, I mean I literally grew up in the church. Like all damn day. Okay. All damn day. Okay. Every Sunday, Sunday school, vacation Bible school, choir practice. The only nice looking girls in the area were all in church. So I was making sure I was in church. That type of stuff. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. And in a conservative church too. Conservative church. And as a result of all my biblical education, right? Of having to memorize all the books in the Bible and having to know what page, how to get to certain books and remember exactly where Ezekiel is and all of that stuff, right? And listen to all that. Here's my general consensus. This is what I got out of it. Half of you motherfuckers are liars that say you believe that. Okay. Half of you people that say you believe it are lying. Half of the deacons that say they believe it are lying. Half of the preachers that say they believe that are lying. Half of the choir that say they believe it is lying. Half of y'all are lying. Half of y'all, and that's, you know what that's for? That's for the people that say they have faith. Because they be like, yeah, I need faith because I don't really believe it, but I have faith in it. That's that convenient out, okay? And I've been around them. They don't really believe it. Now, some of them believe it. They're literal about it. Literal. Like, it said this happened, that happened. Because you got that type of people out there. Some people just believe it. They really believe it. The other people have faith in it. There's a big difference between believing it and having faith in it. Like, I believe that if I do these videos, if I believe it, that if I do these videos, then 1,000 people are going to watch, right? I have faith that I can get to 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I don't believe it, but I mean, like, I can't practically see it, and I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I have faith that if I keep working hard, that I will get there. I have faith that if I do what I'm supposed to do, that I will be able to become president of the United States. Just have faith, right? That's how I distinguish belief and faith. That's why I believe that Andre Ward is able to do that job on ESPN because he has the ability to separate his logic from his actions. Logic from actions. You telling me, Andre, that you believe that a man was born from a woman who had never had sex, and that he literally took one fish and one piece of bread and fed 15,000 people, fed 15,000 people with it. And you believe that same person died, rotted in a grave for 3 days, then got back up, walked out, and floated to heaven. You believe that happened literally. Literally, you believe that. Yes, I do. I believe that literally. That means you got to separate logic because you know that could have never happened to anybody else. It has never happened in any other circumstance, but you believe or you have faith that it happened then because God could do it if God wanted to do it. And here's the Bible. This is the word of God, and God said he did it. So I have faith that what God told me he did, he did. That is separating your logic from your actions. Okay? It is. So I can see why he would be able to do that ESPN job because he know damn well what those dudes is on, but he can sit in there and leave with it and believe that he has faith in what he's trying to do in his life, and it will add and help prosper people in his family. Thugger said, this is true. What is true? North Star said, are we talking about boxing or religion? Is there a difference? Is there a difference? Ah, is there a difference? Welcome to church. You are asking for a fight. Most aren't logical. Yeah, I know that. Oh, so he never rotted? How do you know? Were you in there? A dead body sits for 3 days, he'll rot. It'll rot. It'll rot. If he's a man and you die 3 days, it will rot. He died, right? He was a man. 3 days, methane will blow your body up this big. You will blow up like a balloon and you will begin to rot. That's how it works. Boxing is not a religion. No, a religion is something that you actually do. You truly believe in, and that you do on a regular, and that you do consistently, and a code that you live by. Okay? If you don't actually do it, then it's not a religion. It's not something you do. It's an opinion you hold. So you people that say that you are Muslim and you don't, there's a set of rules and a way that you live. If you don't follow those rules and do those things every day, then you don't belong to that religion. You just have an opinion and you agree with that, the tenets of that religion, but you're not actually practicing your religion. Religion is something that you do. It is an intense belief that you have, and then something that you do on a regular basis. The way of a boxer, the life of a boxer is a religion. You're going to get up, you're going to live the game. You are going to, this is what I believe in that a boxer does. We do not drink, we do not eat. We get up, we run, we do this, we fight the best. And if you live by that code, it's a code that you execute and you believe, and it will serve a greater good. I mean, I know I'm playing with the definition a good bit. But God, what if he was God and man? What if he was? Man's body will rot. Man's body will rot. If his body does not rot because he's a God, then he's not a man. He's a God. Because a God's body, I assume a God's body wouldn't rot. So if his body rotted, he was a God. And therefore, if he was a God, he wouldn't be a man, because a man and a God are two different things. Okay? What is much more likely is that it is not meant to be taken literally. And that it is an analogy for something that has greater meaning beyond the physical. But, okay, you believe it what you want to believe. I'm cool with it. God, Jesus was, yeah, I know what it says. I know what it says. But look, I'm just telling you. If you believe, I do not believe that there was a man that was born from a virgin. I think you need sperm and egg to make a baby. Also, I have a very hard time believing that God would set up an example for you in your life that you could never reach. Like, what good does it do you if somebody could do that? You can't do it. You're never going to see it happen in your life. What good does that do? How does that provide an example for you in your life? You can't die, and you can't die for 3 days, be stuck in a hole underground, right? Presumably a hole with insects in it, right? Because it's not a coffin. It is a rock that he rolled the rock away from. There's little animals that will dig up in the dirt and start eating your body. Man, just do believe what you believe. It's all good. But you do have to separate your own understanding of how nature works to believe it. You have to. You have to separate yourself. You have to say, okay, yeah, tomb, thank you. You have to say that what would happen to everybody else in every other circumstance in creation as we know it, it would happen to every animal, it would happen to every plant, every human being, did not happen in this one instance. In order to believe that, you have to take logic out of it and say it doesn't apply in this circumstance for one instance in all of history. You cannot literally believe that based on other facts. You have to have faith in it. You have to have faith in the word of God. You have to have faith in the Bible that this Bible is telling you the truth. And when you have faith in your master and you follow what the master says, then you will move forward. If you believe it, you believe it. No, you have faith in it. They're not even asking you to believe it. They're asking you to have faith in it. Faith, to have trust. That's what they're asking you for. Nobody ever asked you to believe it. I've never in church ever been asked to believe it. I was asked to have faith in it. And there is a difference between faith and belief. Vicarious atonement, you are being asked to believe, and you can believe it. I could be completely wrong. And it could have happened. Okay. It could have very well happened. Okay. It happened. I could be wrong. But you have to have faith in that. Faith. They're not asking, like if you walk down a hallway, a dark hallway, and there's a dog barking at the end of the hallway, and somebody says, walk down that hallway past that barking dog, it will not bite you. You have to have faith to walk past that dog. Because you don't have to have belief. It's not belief. Oh, I believe it won't bite me, because you don't know. Belief means you know that he won't bite you. Faith means that you're trusting me in what I said. That's faith. And I've never been asked to believe that in church. I've never been asked. I've been asked to have faith. And I would purport that the more efficient word for you to use is that you have faith in it, not that you have a belief in it. You have a faith that what you're being told is true. Okay? Slight distance, slight difference. But if you believe that, hey, man, good for you. I would advise you this, though. Let that be the only thing like that you believe. Okay? If somebody walks up to you and says, if you give me all of your money, I will spend it on myself and God will give it back to you, I would suggest that you do not apply the same logic. Ignore the same amount of faith you have in that. I would not apply to that situation. Okay? Because you're going to lose your money, homie. Okay? If somebody walks into your room, you see a man walk out your room, out of your room with your wife in the bed, sleeping, and this dude is walking out like his hair is wet, out of breath. And he said, oh, no, I didn't do anything with your wife. And your wife said, no, baby, we didn't do nothing. I would suggest that you do not apply the same ignoring of logic to that situation, okay? If you believe that, and I'm okay with you believing it because my mother's in the other room, my mother believes it, okay? My sister is coming over to visit me today. My sister believes it, okay? There are millions and millions of people that believe it. If that's the word you want to use, they believe it, they have faith in it. I would suggest that be the only thing that you apply that you have that degree of leniency applied to in your life. Because if you don't, if you're just going to take anything, hey, man, Donnie Johnson said, I believe Jesus is God. Okay. Sounds good to me. I believe that's true. I believe that too. I have faith in that. I don't even have faith. I believe that's true. I absolutely do. But you ain't gonna tell me that somebody jumped up out of their coffin 3 days later and floated to heaven. You're not gonna. I'm sorry, you ain't never got me with that, dude. Fanon is dismantling the church brick by brick. Hey, man. Look, man. Nah, you got to hear what I'm saying, Kennedy Linder. You got to hear what I'm saying. But you also have to hear what I said the other day and my belief the other day, okay? About the soul, okay? I don't believe the soul, you reside within the soul. I don't believe that your soul resides within you. I believe that we exist within the soul. So we are a manifestation of our higher selves or the higher thing. So the idea that the Christos is God manifests. I believe that. I do. I believe that we're a manifestation of a higher being. I do. Because it makes sense. Because that makes sense. Do roaches, rodents, and animals have an afterlife? There is no such thing. In my opinion, there is no such thing as an afterlife. Or there is just life. I don't think it ends. I think life is what we protect. Life is what we partake in. And life is what we are. And I think the idea that it ends is a nightmare that people try to sell you to do what they tell you to do. I think that the biggest lie out there is death, or the concept of the cessation, however you say, the end of life. I don't think that nobody's of everybody talking about proof. Nobody's ever shown me proof that life ends because your body decays. There's no proof of that. There's just correlation. Correlation does not, that's that correlation in once you're dead, but I don't think you can ever be dead. Where were you before you came? Energy is neither created nor destroyed. Right? Energy is never created nor destroyed. It just changes form. Water is never created. It's never created. It's never destroyed. It just changes form. Motion. Life is motion. And nothing on this earth ever stops moving. Even when you die, you don't start moving. The breaking down of your physical body is movement. And it is movement. So I've just never seen any reason for me to believe that that's the case. It seems like a nightmare. It just seems like a story that they're telling you that you're going to burn in hell forever and ever and ever. There's just no proof. There's nothing that has ever been convinced me. And I know I'm a contrarian type of guy, but there's never been anything that has convinced me that there's such thing as your life ending. And if you think about the soul, but I do think this is important. If you think about the soul as residing within yourself, then that is something where you could conceive of death. But if you think of yourself as your body as a manifestation of your soul, then it's very hard to consider death is realistic, because your body goes away, but your body was just part of your soul. And your soul was in existence before your body was. So if your body goes away, then your soul could still be there, and your soul could then therefore reproduce another body. Just like an icicle melts. Just because the icicle didn't die, the icicle just evaporated. And then upon the right conditions, it will condense and it'll be there again. That's just for me. That's what made more sense to me than what I got out of church. And it makes the things that you hear in church make more sense. Some people referred to it when I was studying more, intently. They was talking about, Gnostic Christians and the idea that the Christos or Christ is wisdom and knowledge. It's not the person. But then when people, they anthropomorphize the theory of wisdom into the idea of a man. Right. So it's just, and there's all kind of stuff with, how the Bible was real, all that kind of stuff, man. I don't want to go into that in great detail. That's why I like talking about boxing, but it is what it is, man. I don't think you can create life, man. Anyway, I am non-religious as hey man, it is what it is. But somebody said it's like, oh, So Mr. Will said, your soul is speaking out of your voice in this live chat. No, it's not. My soul is not speaking out of my voice. You don't hear that. You hear a reverberation of my voice that goes in through this mic, went through the internet, came out your system and your speaker on your phone or whatever. What you see and hear is not my voice. What you see is not my face. What you see is a reflection or a repetition of what is me. And I don't like to get into really heady conversations. That is the actual science behind quantum physics and the principle of non-locality. And the fact that when they say, well, this particular entity in space operates dependently upon this, operates dependent, they're dependent one another, even though there's no physical connection. And what they did is they looked at and they came up with, and this is something that has been in older religions as well, that you have different levels of reality, similar to, like, if you look at the information systems and you have, like, for people that are IT people, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's different levels of technology, right? Where you have like TCP/IP, the internet. They have like the application level, the data level. They have like 5 or 6 different levels of communication that result in you being able to see what you see. There, with the quote unquote science behind it, now is that's what that explains non-locality. Is that what the physical is really just a reflection of what is truly taking place, which is non-physical, right? Even if you look and think about how your eyes work, you don't see out in your eyes. You don't see out of your eyes. You interpret what comes in. Everything that you exist comes from the outside in. It does not go from the inside out. It comes from the outside in. Your sound, everything comes from the outside in. And then your mind, your brain interprets it, right? What you see is light going into your eye and being interpreted in your head. You're not seeing things outside of your body. You're seeing things and interpreting them within your body, from the outside in, not from the inside out. That's not how it works biologically. And I don't see why, if that's how it doesn't work biologically, why that wouldn't work on a non-physical basis. The realest thing, one of the oldest religions or thoughts that there are in the world is I don't want to say pyromancy, but it's the people that believed and worshiped flames, right? Flames. And the theory and what they thought about the flame, and the flame giving them an idea about creation, is that the realest part of the flame is the part that you cannot see at the very bottom. If you take a match right now, I know some of y'all smoke weed, and I was told that it's okay to go a little longer because KQKC is not coming on today. But do this. Look at the flame out of your lighter that you have, and look at the very beginning of the flame, where the very closest part to either the match or to the lighter, and you will notice that it's clear. It's clear. You can't see it. It's only as the flame slows down, the further away it is from the source, do you become to be able to see it, right? You'll be able to see you'll be able to see the clear, then the blue, then the yellow, then the red, then the black, right? What's the realest part of the flame? It's the clear part, because that's the source. The source is what you can see comes from what you can't see. That's the same. And they use that theory to talk about the soul. What is the most real is what you do not see. And everything that you do see is a reflection of what is unseen. Which, if you look at how they talk about Christ being the manifestation of God, it's the same sequence of the flame, from the clear to what's manifested. It's not, and this is not complex stuff, but at least that's That's how I think of it. And even there, that is just my conception and how I make sense of reality. It is not in and of itself reality, because there was nothing, no thing before there was something. And it's the no thing that is truly the basis of everything. And it was there before there ever was a thing. Gas is exiting faster than the flame, burning the gas. Not much there, Fanon, like throwing a match on a trail of gasoline. The gas is exiting faster than the flame is burning. But the gas is the source. It's a way to conceptualize it. The gas is the source. The gas is the flame igniting. The flame, it is a flame. The flame comes from the gas. Without the gas, there is no flame. The flame does not exist separate and distinct from the flame. You cannot, the flame doesn't exist separate from the gas, because if there's no gas, there's no flame. And for you to say there's nothing there in one of the most fundamental, you might as well say there's nothing in quantum physics. Or there's nothing in biology, man. That is one of the most basic, fundamental religious systems, or conceptual systems to understand existence that there's ever been, and it is essential to the idea of the Trinity. It's essential. It's essential to it. The flame is the gas manifest. There was a catalyst so that you could see the gas manifest, become real. There was a catalyst to you becoming manifest. And that was what? The Trinity. The Father, the Mother, the Child. And in religion, in Christianity, they changed it from the Mother to the Holy Spirit. But it is the source, and it is the Mother, it is the Father, the Mother, and the Child. That is the Trinity of creation. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. That's some old other shit. It was a lot of fun talking about it, though. It's 1 o'clock. I don't like to do that a lot. But hey, look, man, what's most important in that whole scenario is that, man, look, I respect your opinions. I can't stand how I got off of that from Andre Ward. But look, man, superstition is the way. Believing in things that you don't understand is superstition. Ray Davis, that isn't what Fanon's saying. Okay, so God was a man? That's an example of you just wanting to turn. I don't even know what to say about that, other than you're not very bright or you're lazy. Think about what I said, okay? Is ice water? Yes. Is water ice? No. Now, take that and think about it. Is ice water? Yes. Is water ice? No. Is God man? Yes. Is man God? No. Is yeah, that's about the best I can do with that one, and ask you to think about that. Is water ice? No. But is ice water? Is ice water? Yes. Is water ice? No. Or is that the other way around? No, yeah, it's water. Is ice water? Yes. Is water ice? No. Okay. There's many manifestations of water. Water can be snow, water can be ice, water can be anything that takes form. God is not a man. Okay. And that's why that's why other religions was like, do not. It is a blasphemy to create an image of God. Because when you create an image of God, you are anthropomorphizing God. You are diminishing it. When you say is all of creation, did all of creation and everything that it is and everything that communicates with one another and is dependent upon it, did it all stop and turn into a human being for 33 years? You can't even think of that way. But see, here's something else to me, man. Here's the thing. God is not man. I would say that it is reasonable to say God is man. Or it's more reasonable to say that God is man, or God is woman, God is earth, right? Then earth is God. Because but at the end of it, it's too hard to even really conceive because it's beyond us. You know, none of this stuff is going to fit. I'll end it on this. None of what I said is going to fit perfectly. None of it. Nothing you're going to hear in the Bible is going to explain God in any type of way that is deserving it is worthy of being described, because it is beyond us. It is beyond us. It is beyond our understanding. It is beyond understanding. It is not physical. It is beyond physical. It's just too much beyond our capabilities, and it is arrogant to think that we could understand it. It literally, to me, is like we are fish. We are deep sea fish that are trying to float and live in space. It is just way outside of our conception. And anything that you do to try to explain it is going to completely, it's never going to work, because the very understanding that we need to take part in that conversation is just a sub part of that thing itself. It's just too great. So I do believe there is an importance in the concept of faith, and you believing and having faith that if you do certain things, that you will live your life right, that you will be successful in achieving your goals. But I'm just not. The last thing of this, I had a conversation with this guy. He's a preacher now. He's got churches in Africa. He's got churches in Illinois. His father was a preacher. You know, his father was a preacher. I think he graduated from like Oral Roberts. But we were having a conversation when we were in high school. Okay. I'm a couple years older than him. And we were playing table tennis. And I asked him, I don't remember how the conversation got there, but I asked him, I was like, do you really believe that God gave man dominion over the animals? And he said, yeah, I really believe. I said, well, what do you mean? What does dominion mean? He's like, yeah, we get to control everything that they do. We can do whatever we want to do with them. They are there to serve us. God gave us dominion over them. They do what we say, that they are there to serve us. Their whole purpose of all the other animals is to serve humans. So I was like, really? What would make you think that? Like, we don't have dominion over mosquitoes. Mosquitoes kill us all the time. But then I asked the question, do you think that God loves animals? Oh, I'm still on this stream. Just 1 second. I was like, do you think that God loves animals more than God loves humans more than they love animals? And he said, yes. I said, why would you think that? Like, it just seemed to me to be seemed really odd to me, man. But it is what it is, man. It was a real good conversation. I appreciate you guys. Didn't mean for it to go there. Why did this comment got... You funny, man. Anyway, it is what it is. Much love to everybody. So what? If you don't know Jamal Charlo, if you ain't seen Jamal Charlo's bank account, you have no clue what he's offered. People coming up with shit off the news just like everybody else. The dude you mentioned does not work for PBC. He doesn't work for Jamel Charlo. He ain't seen no bank accounts. He's pulling that shit off of somebody's report off the internet. That's where that comes from. It comes off the internet. That's an internet rumor. Anyway, nah, man, I gotta go, man. I appreciate everybody, but my dad and mom are here, and they actually knocked on the door, so they actually need me for something. So look, man, I'm gonna get out of here. Much love to everybody in the super chat. Everybody in the chat. Well, check out you guys out on OG Boxing Talk. I might do a later one. I might do a live stream on Saturday. I'm thinking about it. But anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Peace.